So my name's Joey Kimbrough. I've been involved in Monet coming up on 6 years, which is hard to believe because it's like when you're doing stuff you love, it goes by really fast. And so we've been doing it. My husband and I do this full time. We absolutely love it. I got in because I was a hairstylist, and the girl who approached me, I had never met. And she was telling me about the latest and greatest. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I have a rep that comes in every single week and I just use whatever she tells me. And honestly, a shampoo is a shampoo, right?
Yes.
And it wasn't until I tried to run her off a couple times. I was like, listen, I'm like dead serious, not interested, never heard of it, don't care to hear of it, until she sent me some stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I'll try it. And honestly, when I was washing my hair, I didn't think anything of it other than why is this stuff not sudsing the first wash? And you're telling me I got to wash 2 times and whatever. But when I got out and I blew dry my head up, I flipped my head upside down, I blew dry my hair real quick. When I flipped my head over, I'm not kidding, my jaw hit the floor because it was the first time in my life that I was able to do a real quick blow dry and not have to follow it with heat, like a curling iron, a flat iron. And so the products are what sold me 100% from day one. And I had no other intentions other than this stuff is good and I need to share it with all of my clients as I'm doing their hair. Like, can we just be real honest today? If we're gonna be talking to stylists and kind of gearing this towards stylists, let's just be real transparent, okay? People come and sit in our chair and we damage their hair like we do. It's called a chemical treatment. It's called bleach for a reason, right? Like we're not doing anything to benefit their hair as far as like the integrity of their hair, right? So when they would leave, it would be like, I know I just like bleached the junk out of your hair. Hope it stays attached to your head. And then they go out and they do all these things. And whether it's environmentally or whether it's heat damage, whether it's more chemical treatments, we're not doing anything to help our hair. Yeah. And so when I was able to kind of wrap my head around these products are different. They're different. I honestly wish they were called like hair vitamins or scalp vitamins because they're completely different from everything else that at least I had used in the salon. And I had heard about like anti-aging stuff for your skin, but I'm like, wait, you're telling me this is for your hair too? Like we can reverse the aging, we can reverse damage, we can help issues that we have with our scalp or our hair. And so that's the only reason I joined, was I used the product. It was the best thing I'd ever used, and I couldn't help but share it with my clients. I was never a product pusher. I never, ever, 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 ever made money from something, ever. But I also didn't have anything that I was like, excited to share with them. But I say that to say I also didn't have any intentions of like selling this to make money at the very beginning, because I was like, I just want them to use the best. If I'm going to damage their hair, now they have like an insurance policy to help their hair withstand everything I just did until next time they come see me again. So that's the only reason I joined. That was it. It was very simple. Now my husband got on board and he's got big dreams, big goals. He's my numbers guy. He's the business side of it all. And so he was the one that actually came to me after I signed up without telling him, which I think you all should do. He came to me and looked at the comp plan and he was like, listen, we got to do this, which was really funny because he's like a country boy telling me that he's going to like go share hair care with me. And I'm like, no. So that's kind of how we got started. I mean, it was nothing more, nothing less than a great product. Just like if you go to a restaurant and it's really good, do you not tell your friends? Or if you find shoes that, you know, we're getting old, it's like, hey, these shoes don't hurt my feet, I'm going to wear them, you know? Yeah. And so obviously sharing it with my clients, I saw that there was huge potential here. And listen, what you see is what you get. I'm a real transparent kind of girl. I made double what I was making as a hairstylist month 1. And so, and still to this day, that check, it has continued to grow, but that check had more of an impact on me than any other check. Reason being, 2 reasons. One, I was like, there's something out here like this, and nobody has ever told me that I can do something for 30 days that I may double what I worked 20 years for. Yeah. And also just realizing that there was like massive potential here, because if you can do that in 30 days, then you can continue to do it for another 30 days and another 30 days. So that's kind of how we got started. And what I quickly realized was that it was way, way, way bigger than just shampoo. Because in the beginning, people would be like, okay, so why'd you get started? And that's what I would tell them, because of the products. And then it very quickly turned into, oh my gosh, this is financially helping my family. And as silly as it sounds, like all the things that we were involved with, the team stuff, like mentally, I was really, really, really in a dark place, struggling with anxiety and all kinds of stuff. And so mentally, I was just not okay. And it was through this silly shampoo business that I was plugged into some really good self-development and like mental coaching and all that kind of stuff. And so I literally felt like a different person just from being exposed to a bunch of the people that I was exposed to. And so my reasoning and my why totally changed. It went from, I want to help you with my clients with their hair, to, wow, I see so much growth in my own life and financial change that I want to turn around, and I want other people to experience exactly what I did. And now we can go help their people do the same. And so it just became much, much bigger. You know, when you have something that is much bigger than yourself, you have a lot of purpose and passion and drive. And that is what I had. So I don't know if that answered any of the questions, but I'm like,
yes. Yes, girl. Yes, yes, definitely. I feel like everyone's story is so different, but it's important to us, and it might impact someone else. So you see my dog in the back. She's playing by herself. But what would you say to a hairstylist? Like, so for myself, like I'm in a salon suite. So there's a ton of us, and the same as you, where someone approached you, it was a girl who wasn't a stylist, and she's like, hey, use these products. At the time I had really bad scalp problems, so I knew I needed something. But the fact that some girl was trying to tell me to use these products, and they're not at Cosmoprof, Salon Centric, you know, all of our beauty supply stores, I was like, yeah, no. I didn't give them a chance, even though I knew I had a problem that needed fixed, that none of the other products that I at the beauty supply store were solving. Yeah. None of them were solving my problem. So it took me a long time. I'm like, okay, I'll just try them for myself, not to tell my clients about them or anything like that. And it wasn't until I started to see a difference on my scalp and my hair, and then I started to join in on Amy's like Rise and Shine morning stuff, that I started to then see a difference in myself with doing self-development, like you said, and all that. And I'm like, okay, these products are really great. I'm going to now like sprinkle it in and, you know, to my clients and see. And I just seen a lot of like, not only in my experience with my scalp, my clients here as well, and seeing the change. I feel like me being a single parent, not only do I want to help other moms, but I want to also educate like the other women in my salon suite that, hey, these products actually work. Another thing is, I love the fact that I don't have to purchase products on my shelves. You know, I mean, there was times where my products would just sit there and dust. And then as I'm walking through my salon suite, I see the same thing in other stylists like salon suite as well. You know, and it's just really hard to kind of, for hairstylists to come out of that bubble. Like I said, it took me so long. What would you say to the hairstylists in these moments? Like, you know, that are in the salon suite, maybe they're booth renting or things like that, or maybe they're working for a commission salon, but they want something extra on the side that would benefit, that it's still in the same industry, you know?
Yeah. Ooh, that gets me fired up.
Blah, 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 blah.
And okay, so I have like 5 million different things going through my mind. I'm like, what would I have said day one? I would have said, I can totally relate. That's exactly how I felt. Like, just being completely honest. I'm like, the girl who came and told me wasn't a stylist. And I remember specifically thinking, who do you think you are telling me about this? I've been doing hair for 17 years. But once again, let's just be real honest. My rep that came in that I knew for 10 years, she was not a stylist.
They're never
stylist. She was not a stylist.
That's what I
didn't know anything about hair other than what she is taught by the big box brand or whatever. To be told about these products. That's all she knew. She was not a stylist. And so I'm very passionate about that, because when people are like, oh, well, she's not a stylist, I'm like, nor was me, the professional. I was the professional, nor was it who I was buying all my stuff from. The person who said, here, you need this, you need this. I would just say, okay, whatever. Just, okay, great. I need some more shampoo. Well, here's the newest one. Great. I don't care. Here's the colored line. She didn't know. She wasn't a stylist, you know? So that, along with another thing I'm extremely passionate about, is I try not to get so sassy. You are a stylist. Yeah. You are the professional. Just like when you go to a doctor because you broke your knee, whatever. They are the professional who is telling you what to do with your injury or your broken knee, and you listen to them and you do what they say. We already have that reputation. People are coming to us, trusting us. You sit in their chair. They put chemicals on your head and you don't question anything about it, which is hilarious to me. They're coming to us wanting answers. We have what they need. We damaged their hair. Now we have something to help it.
Yes.
And it already fits perfectly in line. It's not like, hey, you're a stylist and what I have here for you to sell is a meal plan. Like that doesn't line up at all. They're already coming to you asking you what to use. And now we have something that is the very, very best. And I think that's when everything flipped for me. It was like when I realized that this was so different and so set apart. It was not another shampoo that like, oh, it smells a little different or it lathers a little bit different. Because to me, every single shampoo I'd ever used before was like pretty much the same. But when I was able to understand that these are like so set apart and different in the way that they work, and let's just strip it all back to the very, very simple fact as they perform. Just like you said, I had scalp issues and I used them and it worked. That is what I heard over and over and over. For not being someone who ever pushed products or sold products, here I am and my clients are sitting in the chair, and by the time I'm done doing their hair, they're like, this is not my hair. Like, because the products perform. And that is something that you don't have to convince somebody. You don't have to like throw it down their throat. You're just like, look, I don't even know what's happening. And so I get really fired up about it because I'm like, you're already in the industry. People are already looking to you for answers. And so, hello, here we have it. And on top of that, it's not just like it's a product that's better than all the other ones and you can share it with your clients. But hey, with what you're doing, can you earn a car? I had a car sitting, actually I didn't because I couldn't afford it. We were a one-car family. But that car that's sitting out in your parking lot, when you come to the salon, is it paid for? No. When you come to the salon, are you trading time for money? Absolutely. There was never a day in the history of me doing hair for whatever, 20 years, 17 years, whatever, that I got paid when I didn't show up. If my kids were sick, if I was sick, if something happened, if there was an emergency, never ever one day did I get paid when I was not there. I traded time for money. Where this is another thing that I was like, oh, shame on our parents or school district or whatever. I didn't know what residual income was. I was like, residential, like houses, what's residual income? The fact that I can go to sleep, Vanity, you can go to sleep and you're making money while you sleep and you're not having to trade your energy, your time for money in return is insane. I'm like, wait, I thought I had to stand behind a chair and blow dry somebody's hair. And so it just goes perfectly. You can do what you love. Because I have a lot of girls that are like, listen, I'm a stylist. I'm going to do it till I die. I love it. That was me too. And then I found something that I loved a little bit more. Or I became a mom and I really loved being home with my kids a little bit more than being at the salon. But you can do this hand in hand. Another really cool thing about it is when you have a client that comes in, if they move, they're not your client anymore because you're not flying to a different city to do their hair anymore. And your business is a lot around your local people who can come to your salon, you know, where here it's like if they sign up to be a customer or a business partner, it doesn't matter if they move anywhere, they can still work it and they can be your customer, your client, whatever, for life through this. And so there's just so many perks that line up perfectly with what you're already doing, but yet you can capitalize on that and make so much more money. You can build the relationships, you can have the community, you can have the car paid for, you can go on the trips. I mean, there are so many perks to doing this. So
yes. And, you know, I'm just starting now that I'm kind of like dabbling more of my foot in there and, you know, trying to treat this more as a business. It's, and seeing all the perks that come with it. So yes, there isn't another hairline that I can bring in my suite that is going to give me all these extra bonuses, or that I'm able to, you know, provide my clients with discounts on products, you know, and then have them shipped to their home for free. And so, or as, you know, a hairstylist too, able to earn any of these strips. They can't do that selling anything else in their salon. So I don't know. I feel like it's a win-win. And so many hairstylists in their own suite, in their own salon, whatever, are so hesitant to go on. And now that I'm in here and I'm like, but why? But why? It makes, like, I don't understand why you're so hesitant to even just try the product.
But then at the same time, we're both like, I mean, we say why, but we're like, that was us, you know?
Yes. But I'm here to let you know, we're here to let everyone know that take a chance. Again, 30-day money back guarantee for those stylists who are hesitant. So if they decide that, you know, it's not suited for them, like, okay, cool, they tried it. But definitely give it a try. And I just love, you know, it's funny because people are like, where are all your stuff on your shelves? I was like, it gets shipped to your home. Like,
And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it for you as the stylist and for them, because they can be like, oh, I'm getting low on my shampoo, and they can get on their phone, or they contact me and I do it for them. And they can order their stuff and it comes right to their house. So whether they live in town or they don't, they can still get it. They don't have to stop by the salon to get their products. And you also benefit from it, because I don't know about everyone else, but when I owned my own business, I had to go purchase products and I would mark it up, but most of it wouldn't sell because it sits on a shelf and you dust it off, then you mark it down, whatever. And you are not having to invest in that product. You're making, it's going from the warehouse to their house, and you're making money of the in between, and you never had to invest any money, buy it, dust it off, mark it down, nothing. And so that's also the beauty of, there's no overhead. There's no inventory you have to carry. There's no risk. There's no, it's insane to me. And I get so hot and fired up, because when you see before and after pictures, it's easy for people that, don't know to be like, oh, that's not true. That's not true. But when you are educated and you know what our products are capable of doing, as far, I was thinking about a plant. I'm like, I got a massive dead plant right there. You will never see a thriving plant with dead roots. It can't happen. You have to have roots to have growth, right? And that's something that somebody explained to me very early on, that our products promote scalp health, which you have to have scalp health to have hair health. And just the way that our products are clean and naturally based and anti-aging and vegan and all the things, and perform. I was just like, man, there is so much more to this. And when stylists don't know, it's just, at the end of the day, you don't know what you don't know. Just like I'm very aware that there's a lot of things I still don't know, but once you have experienced it and people see results, to me, it is like, why in the world would you not do this? I just had a girl call me right before we got on stage, and she said, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I tried the products years ago, but I want to try them again. Let me be completely transparent and honest with you. Whatever you've heard, or whatever you've experienced, or anything, I will talk to you. I was just telling the girl on the phone, I was like, listen, we got lots of people on our thousands, hundreds, thousands, lots of people. Nobody's ever lost their hair. Nobody's hair is like, hey, never has someone walked in and been like, hey, I'm bald from your products. And I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm just going to keep making some money on these products. Let me just show you my before and after pictures of my skin, my hair, everything. These products work. And so I feel like I'm doing you a disservice by not educating, telling you about it, and offering this opportunity. Not everybody's going to do it, and that's totally fine. I kind of think, oh, bless your heart. Not everybody's going to do it, but there are people looking for this, and it can radically change your life. And I've seen tons and tons and tons of people's lives totally. We're talking big stuff, and so I can't help but to share it. So
Exactly. So
I love it. Well, thank you, girl. Have a great afternoon.
See you soon. Bye. All right. Bye.